Guess what I ordered?
I have no idea what.
I caved in and I bought Jungle Explorer.
Oh
Complete.
yeah. How much? How much did you pay for it?
So complete, it was 150 plus with the shipping.
Well, as long as you feel good about that. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of the Murphy Street Podcast. Today it'll be myself and Bronson coming to you live. So Bronson, why don't you start by telling everybody what's up like we always do.
Hello.
And we also want to make sure that we thank our sponsors. So Garen Chun from Sunwork Photography, we appreciate you for the new logo. I'd just like to read a statement on behalf of the Murphy Street Podcast. So it says, the Murphy Street Podcast is proud to have been the medium of escape for a lot of like-minded individuals during the COVID pandemic. We do want to recognize that as we are finally re-emerging from those perilous times, we in America are now faced with another obstacle. Following the heartless murder of George Floyd on May 25th, Americans were thrust back into a re-examining of our ideals as a people. We have once again called forth the mantra of Black Lives Matter in an attempt to ensure that all lives are acknowledged as valuable. But we understand that it's not a process that should be or can be taken lightly, and also one that requires just as much patience as it does strength. So although we do want to remain your source of escapism from your regular grind, we do want to once again acknowledge the importance of the Black Lives Matter movement and all of the peaceful protests that ensue. So having said that, we would like to remind everybody that you are here because you want to come and have a good time with us. But first things first, shoes and slippers at the door. Come inside and let's talk story. All right. Great news is Shanghai Disney is still remaining open. There has been no negative publicity in regards to that. And it seems to be a good working model for the Disneyland resorts to follow as they reopen. As Disney World has since released a statement saying that July 11th they will begin to open two parks. I need a Disneyland break so bad.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it?
Safety would be the number one key, Disney key as a cast member. So
Absolutely.
Safety is first and foremost.
Spoken like a true cast member. Good job.
I mean, I would love to go back and get my Disney fix. It's been almost 2 years since I last been to Disneyland. I don't think I'll feel comfortable like riding on a ride and with social distancing. I like to go when there's less people.
Mm-hmm. There are social distancing guidelines. There's actually what they call the social distancing squad, or they're preparing for that in Disney World. So look for that.
What is that, like cast member police or something?
Yeah. But for the Black Lives Matter movement, we kind of wanted to bring some characters forward, just bringing that culture and that awareness forward. All right, so top 10 BLM team. Go.
Starting from the bottom.
Hey, now we're here.
So my third was actually Zap from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. He was a pretty diverse character in the series. That hip hop flavor with martial arts.
Did he? That was his. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so for me, Lando Calrissian. And the reason why he got my vote in the end, ultimately, is because of the metaphors that he helped play along in Empire Strikes Back. Darth Vader's like, I'm altering the deal. Pray I alter it no further. He's like, this deal keeps getting worse all the time. I feel like that was kind of, not George Lucas necessarily, but I feel like that was a cynical punch at the times. You know what I mean? Because it was like, black people finally gained some propriety. Now he makes this deal with Darth Vader to try and, at least secure something. And next thing you know, the deal keeps getting worse all the time. We'll do this.
So he chose Domino as one of his top three.
It was great to see that dialogue that she had with Wade Wilson when he, he was disagreeing, like, being lucky is not really a superpower. And she was like, yeah, it is. And, we'll just settle on no. And that back and forth banter really kind of brought forth, I feel, a nice duplicity between the two characters, between the male and the female kind of gender roles.
Number two for me would be Storm from X-Men.
Hey, that's a great pick. Speaking of powerful women,
yep.
Because Storm was like calm, she was stoic, she was always able to think ahead of the game. Like, how does a character like that become the way she is?
Right.
And you have to just imagine that at some point in time in her life, she had to be that person that ran into the fire first and then had to think about it. So John Henry, for me, was my second one because of the strength, as well as it showed that he did something that was greater for the people. CeeLo's next one is Agent J. Agent J is Men in Black. It's Will Smith's character in Men in Black. Yes, you see him. He's athletic. He's young and spry and new, trying to break away from a more traditional style, which was Tommy Lee Jones's character, which he played next to. I love the thought that went into these lists.
Yeah, number one is kind of random, but I have to go with Mr. Popo.
Mr. Popo.
Dragon Ball Z. Like, if you think about it, there were not really any black anime characters that I can really think of.
Well, okay, hold on. Let me just interrupt real quick right there, because my sister actually has her own podcast on Instagram. You can follow her. She's fantastic. Frankie, I believe Frankie's Frankey. She had a question that said, "Is Piccolo black?"
With Piccolo, he's Namekian. He's a Namek. He's from Namek. So I don't think he's black.
Maybe he was raised by some guys, because he sure has that kind of
Yeah,
attitude.
he does.
But back to Popo. So he's a deity. He cures people with sense of beings.
I mean, even the way they drew him was kind of like
Derogatory?
in some sense, and the way, I mean, of all names they could have given him, I don't know. Like, he's dressed like an Indian though.
He is. I saw the turban and like he's dressed like Aladdin, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty.
My number one person was Luke Cage, and of course Netflix has Luke Cage come on, and that is more the look of Luke Cage. And what's fantastic is that one absolutely directly hits on Black Power kind of thing, and the Black Lives Matter movement. There are literal references to that in there. CeeLo's third person, Miles Morales' Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and first of all, the animation is next level. Not only is Miles Morales black, but he's also Hispanic. It's fully intertwined, like a multicultural family should be, because that is what is relevant to today. And it probably is not hard for people to tell what our number one pick is for our BLM top 10 team. It is, as a matter of fact, the Black Panther. It's funny because Black Panther was a favorite character of mine back when I was growing up, but just because he was named the Black Panther. Once they came out with the movie Black Panther, that was like next level. And they really, what they did was they engrossed you in this community, in this opportunity to kind of live and see and admire all the beauty of black culture.
That character alone was like, it opened our eyes to many, like the whole like culture as far as African.
Right.
It gave you a sense of empowerment too. Like, you can look beyond people's race or their color, and actually get to enjoy what they strive for and what they fight for, and just the whole culture and how they incorporated that within the movie, not just focusing on Black Panther the superhero.
Right. We're talking about Black Panther was portrayed by Chadwick Boseman. You're talking about Eric Killmonger, who was portrayed by Michael B. Jordan. Both very gripping, very moving performances. Which was your favorite of the two?
I like the sister.
I definitely identified more with Eric Killmonger.
Black Panther.
Yeah, that's not. There is no wrong answer. So now it is time for our favorite segment. What's on my table? All right. So for me, I have this picture. It's the Black Panther and Wonder Woman. We got that because we felt like it reflected the both of us. And then it also shows, them two kind of being respectful to each other, showing that sign of respect. All right, what do you got?
All right, what I have here is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zack. This is a Walgreens exclusive.
Trying to show the camera this.
So I thought it would be fitting to bring Zack.
Zack, absolutely.
What's on my table.
Especially since he was in your top 10, I know. Yeah. Bronson, would you like to tell him where they can follow you at?
Follow me at my hobby page, which is nosnorb_toybox.
No Snore being Bronson backwards. You can follow me at Murphy Street, MurphyStreet 808 on Instagram. We always post our podcast every Monday on Spreaker or Apple Podcasts, so follow us there. So like it, listen, like, and subscribe. Other than that, everybody, Black Lives Matter. Stay safe, take care, and until next week, aloha. Don't forget your slippers.